My name is Ransome Harper, and I am a high school cheer coach in North Carolina for a varsity sideline and game day competition team. And I'm here today to talk to you about an amazing communication app called Band. The app is free, and it will help you keep everything organized for the very long cheer season. Some of you may already be familiar with Band because you've attended various varsity camps and competitions, and that's because Band is the official communication partner of Varsity Spirit. So I'm going to get started with a few of my favorite things about the Band app. So one of the biggest things is keeping everything in one place, and I think this is very important for a cheer coach because there are many times throughout the year where maybe you have to go back and find something for administration, or maybe a parent is asking a question and you've got to go back and pull a conversation. And if you don't have everything easily accessible, then sometimes it might take a lot of your time to go back and pull some of this information. So the Band app will allow you to keep everything for your cheer season in one place. So instead of the team private texting you in a whole separate location, they can private chat you within your Band. So again, everything that you need really is going to live in this one place and make it very easy when you've got to go back and find any information that you might need. No excuses. I like to say with my team, I'm going to give you everything that you possibly need to know so that there's no excuse for you to show up at the wrong place at the wrong time, wearing the wrong uniform. It's all going to be given to you in the Band app with reminders. So if there's, a Friday night football game, I'm going to put in there where the game is, if it's home or away, who we're playing, what time they need to meet me, what uniform we're wearing, and I will set up a reminder. Then 2 hours before the school day ends, this little notification is going to pop up and remind them where to be, what time, and what to wear. And it definitely saves a lot of headaches for me. It's a great coaching tool as well because I do video a lot of things on game days, practices, especially during competition season, and I can post the videos and show them exactly what I was referring to when I'm telling them to correct something or do something different. So it's a great way to use Band as a coaching tool with videos. The other thing I like is I love having the ability to create a separate parent group. So I have a team band and I have a parent band, and I do very different things in each band because the parents need to be communicated to, they need to be in the know, but they don't need to know everything that the team does. And I like to be able to separate that information. And I will talk about something in a few minutes about how you can actually share the calendar between the two groups. And that's how these two different bands work nicely together. Some of the key features, I've talked about notifications, reminders. The thing about notifications, if there's something that's really important that they need to know for the whole school year, maybe they need to know something just for an entire month, you can set your post up as a notification and it will automatically put it at the top of the feed and it will live there. So they don't have to dig and sort and try to find that really important thing that you were telling them. It will always remain at the top of the feed. So having the ability to choose which things might need to be a notice is definitely very helpful. And the reminders, you can do that within the calendar feature. You can set reminders for, a day in advance or a couple hours in advance, whatever you need. The calendar feature, again, there's so much that you can do in the calendar. I'm only touching on a little bit of it, but the calendar feature is great. Private chat, I mentioned that a little bit earlier. I like to use that for, maybe I have a private chat group set up for all my seniors and a private chat group set up for my captains. If there's 2 or 3 captain, co-captain, I have a private chat for them. But then also anytime that any individual person needs to message me, they can private chat me and it lives in the group. Okay, photos, videos, and live stream. You can post photos, you can post videos, you can organize them in albums, which is very helpful. But my favorite part is probably the live stream feature. When you have a competition and some of your parents may not be able to make it to the competition, you could have one of your parents in the parent band video as your team takes the mat. They can video them live performing their routine, and all the parents at home can watch it live. So there's so many things that can be done with the live stream feature. We really utilized that this past year, and the parents loved it. You can also take attendance and polls within the band app. So if you ever have situations that you need to take attendance for certain things or poll them for their opinion, you can do that as well. So there's some great just key features of things you can do within the band app. Also, probably the biggest difference between Band and maybe GroupMe or Remind, some of the other top communication apps you might use. Remind, that is one-way communication. So you can put information out there to your team, but they can't engage with you. And engaging is so important. And the Band app is going to allow that. Not to mention, whatever one girl asks, the other 18 to 24 probably have the same question. So it's great for someone to be able to ask a question, see my answer, and it will answer it for the rest of the team as well. So I really prefer that versus Remind's one-way communication. GroupMe. We used to use GroupMe before Band. And there are two things I didn't really care for. When you post information there, and if they want to, respond or ask a question, it just all becomes chatter all over your feed. And there's no way to sort of organize that. Within Band, if I put a post out there, they can comment on that post. All the comments will live within that one post. And so it keeps things very clean and very organized and easy to follow. Definitely easy to go back through if you ever need to, research and find something. It's organized and it's not a clutter all over your main feed. The other thing is they had limitations on the length of a video. Our school fight song alone is 1 minute and 5 seconds. They had a 30-second video cap, so I could never post our entire fight song, it didn't benefit me at all. Band is not that way. So I can post, the full 3-minute routine or whatever we're doing. There's not a limitation with that, and that was really important. Those are the top reasons that I prefer Band over Remind or GroupMe. The other thing is the feature where we can read receipts. This is really important to me because accountability is kind of big for me. It just helps me be able to deal with less stuff, trying to keep everybody on task if I can use the read receipt feature. It's just like them in social media liking things. Here, they're going to shout your message. Shouting, liking, it's all the same. So if I put a very important message out there, like an example may be, we're going to have a pep rally the next day. I've told them what to wear at practice before we left that day. I reminded them everything. Well, then maybe for some reason our pep rally is going to be moved outdoors and it's a winter pep rally. So it's going to be really cold and that's going to mean a different uniform. Whatever it is. I mean, maybe it's rain and we're now coming indoors and you need to change something as important as a uniform for 24 girls. I will have them shout that message. So I will put out there the information and I will say, I need you all to shout this within the next hour, please. And let your teammates know in case they're not getting the message. Maybe they can personally text their friends and remind them, hey, go look at that message and make sure you shout it. Well, after an hour, I can go back and double check and see exactly who shouted and who did not. So I will make sure that the ones that aren't, following instructions at the moment, or just maybe they're busy and they're doing homework, or maybe they have a job and they just haven't had a chance to look at it. I can send a personal message to those people to make sure that all of my team got the message that night and will show up the next day wearing the right stuff. So that, to me, that accountability and using that is very, very helpful to me. I also like the polling feature. During winter, we have a lot of, away games. We have to eat at fast food places on the way. They don't all like the same thing for sure, and they definitely don't want the same food every single week. So I can poll them and say, for Thursday's game, would you like Chick-fil-A or Subway? And let them be able to, give their opinion. And then whoever wins, that's where we'll go. And I think they like being able to, be involved and realize that I hear them and I'm letting them help in the decision process for sure. So it could also come down to maybe what camp wear or uniform we're going to wear this week, what camp wear we might want to buy. We could do a poll on it and get everybody's feedback and opinion so that everybody is valuable and has a voice on the team. With the videoing, this is something else that I really heavily use and have found extremely beneficial, because I like to say a video doesn't lie. When we're in competition season, I will video, because we do game day competition, I will video us doing the fight song. I will video us doing our cheer and our sideline, all the pieces and parts of our game day routine. I will video them at a game. They don't always believe what I tell them that they need to correct or change or do differently, but a video doesn't lie. So if I can post a video of them doing the fight song and they can see for themselves what I'm talking about, it just helps everybody get to the same place that I'm trying to get them to. They can see it, they know it doesn't need to look like that, and then they're going to fix it. The other part is I can post a video and maybe one week I'll ask the seniors to critique the video. So I think it's very helpful to have the peers be involved in critiquing what needs to look better and what might need to be sharper, rather than always just coming from me. So it allows for all of us to critique and give input to make us the best we can be. Okay, the calendar feature. I've talked a lot about the calendar. Obviously, I love the calendar. It does help you allow yourself to be very organized. You can color code things. But the biggest thing is I input everything into my team calendar, and then I share that calendar with the parent band. And there, once you do that, once you share, then anything that you update in the team calendar throughout the year, it's automatically going to update to the parent band as well. And if you don't know how to do that, there's definitely good ways, and I'll talk about this at the end, of how you can directly communicate with the band people, and they will give you instructions on the easy way to do all of this. So don't worry if you may not understand how to share a calendar. That will be taken care of as well. One other thing is organizing your posts. Get in the habit of using hashtags. Maybe it is hashtag summer practice, hashtag summer camp, hashtag football season, hashtag basketball season, hashtag fundraisers, hashtag competition season. If you do this, whenever you do need to go back and find something, you can search by hashtag. So just try to get in the habit. I'm still working on that. I'm good at doing it sometimes, but not all the time. So it will allow you to easily find your information later on. Another great thing that you can do is you can use this group to celebrate all of the positive and the happy things. When we returned from high school nationals this year, we had such a great experience. And, a week or two later, I wanted to remind them about our great experience and let them know I was just thinking about them. Practices really slow down after that time. We've got a few games left and that's it. So I wanted to post some pictures of our experience at nationals and remind them how proud I was. So that's something I definitely kind of utilized the group for, to point out positive things and celebrate them. Also, for teams that maybe we don't cheer, like sports that we don't cheer for, lacrosse, field hockey, tennis, golf, softball, baseball, we sometimes will do things for those teams, decorate their locker room, make a special banner. Maybe as they head into playoffs, we're going to do something special for them. When those coaches write us a thank you note, not everybody on the team always sees it. So I like to take a picture and post it in the band to keep everybody in the know so they understand how appreciated we are and how valuable we are to our school for school spirit. And that kind of celebrates what we're all about. And I definitely like to post those things within the band too. Another thing during the current time that we're in, with, COVID and not being able to be live and practice and be at school, You can really help keep your team engaged and involved by posting workout videos that they could do, or just workout programs, or fun little games just to be silly and just keep them engaged. You also can share different things that are going on, throughout your community, things that are going on at the school. Just keep the communication rolling within your band, even when the season is kind of winded down and we're just sort of stuck in the places that we're stuck right now. The other thing I like to do is I set up a tryout band. So here in North Carolina, we are not allowed right now to do even virtual tryouts. In some locations in my county, we're not. So I'm trying to hold out for live tryouts. I've created a tryout band, and through word of mouth, and it's taken us, a little while, but we've gathered through some signups prior to all of this, and just word of mouth with people sharing to their friends. I've gotten a group together now of 55 to 60 girls that have all of the information for our tryouts. So that's another thing that you can do, is create a tryout band, post the videos on there for the tryout, like the fight song, links to your cheer, your sideline, and everything that they need to learn can be within that tryout band. Once you select your team, you can go in and remove the people that didn't make the team, and now you've kind of got your band set up for the rest of the year. The last thing here is there is a barcode that you can take a picture with your camera, and you can download the band app. I definitely encourage you to do that. Start, exploring, trying to find out more about it, and just testing out some certain features. But then once you join band, there's a really important group you definitely want to be a part of. So make sure you join the Cheer Coach Hub. This is an amazing resource that band provides. There are thousands of cheer coaches across the country at all different levels: elementary, youth, high school, college, asking questions and sharing opinions, where to buy uniforms, where to go to camp, is this stunt legal? I mean, it's a great place to just use as a resource. If you have questions as well, once you start using band about how to do something, you can ask your questions within the Cheer Coach Hub, and the band people will answer that. If you have any ideas of some things that might be helpful to you that you would like to see added to band, you can ask that as well, and they will, work on your suggestions too. So thank you for your time. Remember to download the band app and join the Cheer Coach Hub. Thank you.